Hi, I'm Vanessa Rudge from Being Yoga, and I have a couple of concepts here to teach you and putting them into an actual practice so that you can learn them. So you can go ahead and take the hands behind you and release the legs out. We'll take this deer pose flowing movement, taking the knees side to side. So the first concept is about not using your hands. So Motor Homunculus video you can catch sometime, or maybe you've seen it, that yoga is such a wonderful way to build neural pathways. So let's stop on the right side here, and I like to tuck the foot under. So don't use your hands, and in that way you'll build neural pathways to the parts of the body, because in Motor Homunculus our hands are huge. We've got so many nerve endings there. So you can bring the hands into Namaste, and we tend to overuse the hands. So this whole practice, don't use the hands to move the feet. Inhale to interlace the fingers, lift the elbows high. Exhale, press the palms away, rounding through the back. Inhale, the arms up overhead. And then exhaling the right hand down and leaning to the right side. You could even come down onto the elbow if you wanted to. And then inhaling to come up and exhale over to the other side. And then inhale overhead. Exhale to release the hands down behind you. I know we're moving our arms a lot. Inhale to lift the hips up here. And then exhaling the hips down, keep the hands there. Keep the right leg there. Bring the left leg over the top and try not to use your hands as we come into this Ardha Matsyendrasana. So you could have the left foot to the inside of the shin, or if you can, the outside of the thigh, and just do the rearranging that you need to, but without the use of your hands. I know it's tough. Then you can go ahead and wrap that right arm around the left leg, but try not to just use the arms. So the arms tend to take over the movement. Can you let the chest lead, let the crown lead as you twist yourself around into Ardha Matsyendrasana, and having a few breaths here. And then releasing the right hand behind you. So then see how you go, taking that left leg all the way across and into Gomukhasana here. So it may be challenging. You might need to use the hands to bring the leg in, but do the best that you can. At least try to not use the hands, and maybe you'd like to forward fold here. You could also come into the full position with the arms, wrapping the arms, so it's right arm up, left arm under, and taking a few breaths here. And then releasing. Again, take the hands behind you and unravel the legs without the use of the hands. And let's go to this deer pose, sweeping once again. But we'll actually do this with arms forward this time. So it's a little bit of a core work, and also just a different way of working. So getting your body, the intelligence into the body itself, rather than needing the hands to do it all. Okay, so then let's stop with the knees on the left side, and again rearranging your legs so that you're in this deer pose shape. Bring the hands into Namaste. So this is for all of your practice. Try not to use your hands as you're in other classes and practices, and just building those neural pathways into the rest of the body. Exhaling the left hand down and leaning left, maybe coming onto the elbow. And inhaling up and over to the other side. Then take the arms up overhead and take the hands behind you. You could just lift the chest here. Again, rather than using the arms so much, can you just get that feeling of from the inside lifting, and maybe then the hips lift up as well. And then releasing down, remember to keep the hands behind you. Keep that left leg as it is and cross the right leg over. So you've got options here. And even if it's just at the last moment that you use the hand, then great. Just practicing or getting that into your mind as an awareness for your other yoga practices. And so that's the first concept, to not use your hands during your yoga practice to move your legs. And my teacher once said, well, imagine when you're doing lotus handstand, you can't actually use your hands to get into the legs into lotus. They need to have the intelligence to be able to get there themselves. So let's unravel and come into your Gomukhasana. Again, just doing the best you can to work the intelligence in the legs to come into this shape. Feel free to fold forward or maybe rearrange the arms here. And then I want to talk about the second concept here. And it's about the link between the research between longevity and not using your hands to get up from a seated position. So we're going to try it in a little bit and see how you go. And the study showed that between the ages between 50 and 80-year-olds, if they could just spring up and without the use of their hands, they were much likely to live longer. And in fact, if they needed to use their hands to get up, the research showed that they died within 6 years. So massive. So here we go. You can take the arms forward. This is incentive. It's not a cop-out. So coming out and into this deer pose switching. Of course, you could do it with the breath, but we're not really focused on that at the moment. So this could be a way that you could get up from sitting. So it's not only, so without the hands, yeah. And then it's also coming down. It's not just coming up, but also coming down without the use of your hands, and how that ties into longevity. So practicing or trying different ways without the use of your hands. And then the 10 out of 10 score, oh, thank goodness I could do it, is to do the crossed legs. And of course, you can use a bit of momentum, but just have a go, and it's just practice. And starting where you start and then practicing and seeing how you progress. So 2 concepts there: Motor Homunculus, to not use the hands and build the neural pathways in the brain. And check out that Motor Homunculus video as well as the longevity that's associated with being able to get up from seated, up and down, without the use of your hands. I hope that's interesting to you. I look forward to, let me know in the comments below how you go.